Hi everybody, welcome to Shell Lectures. So today we'll be dealing with English grammar. Okay, so let's just take a break. So we'll be dealing with English grammar, and today we'll be dealing with the most interesting topic of English grammar, that is active voice and passive voice. Active and passive voice. So as soon as you hear the topic, please don't get back or get out of the video because you have the misconception or myth that this topic is very difficult. It's not difficult at all, it's very easy. Let's make even a tough thing very easy. Come on, let's learn. So active and passive voice. So you people may think, some of you people, I'm not telling everybody, some of you people may think, what is the use of telling sentences in passive voice? Is it not enough to tell them in active voice? Just the cat ate the rat, that's enough. Why should we tell it as the rat was eaten by the cat? It's also lengthy and it's also tough to say the sentence. But then there is use. Okay. So active voice. What is active voice first of all? Active voice is a sentence in which the doer of the action, that is the subject, is stressed. Okay. For example, you can take for instance, the cat ate the rat. So here who did the action? The cat. So it is the subject and this is the verb because it's an action word, and this is the object. Okay, the cat ate whom? Okay, so that's the object. So the cat ate the rat. So here we are emphasizing the subject, that is the doer of the action. That's why it is active voice. Whereas passive voice, the flag was hoisted by him. Okay, so here, though the action was done by him, we are stressing upon the flag only. So that is the object here. Okay, so we are stressing upon the object than the person who did the action. So this is why it's known as passive voice. So active voice stresses upon the subject or the doer of the action, and passive voice stresses upon the object or the receiver of the action. Okay, so this is the basic thing about active and passive voice, and there are the sentences of active voice in simple present, simple past, simple future, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, future perfect. That's it. 8 tenses, the active voice sentences can be converted into passive voice sentences, whereas the other 4 it's not possible. Out of the 12, only 8 sentences can be converted from active to passive. And today we will be dealing with the simple tenses, that is simple present first of all. So before this we must know a family. Okay, we have to know 2 families. This is family number 1. They are living in a bungalow known as present bungalow. Okay, they are living in a bungalow known as present bungalow. So this is the bungalow. The father is Is, the mother is Am, and the child is R. Okay, always the child is heard of parents, no? So that's why we have given R as the child. So Is and Am. So these 2, all of them are living in the present bungalow. So all of them are meant for present tense, and both the parents accept singular nouns, and the child accepts plural nouns. Okay, so this is living on a street, and on the same street another family is living, family number 2, and that is past family, and here only 2 husband and wife are living, was and were. They have no children, we have to feel some pity for them. So was and were are the 2 people who are living in family 2, that is past bungalow, and they are was and were, and this is for singular, the husband accepts singular and the wife accepts plural nouns. Okay, so this is family 1 and this is family 2. So now let's come back. In simple presence, let me write an example, that is I eat an apple. I eat an apple. So here who is eating an apple? I am eating an apple because I love apples. Okay, soon I change. So I, subject, eat, verb because it's an action. I eat what? What do I eat? Object. So objects are of 2 types, direct object and indirect object. Direct object answers the question what, and indirect object answers the question who. So in the previous example we saw the cat ate the rat. Whom did the cat eat? The rat. So there it's an indirect object, whereas here it's a direct object. So I eat an apple. So the first rule, so this is an active voice because the doer of the action is stressed upon. Now let me change this into passive voice. What's the first rule? To bring the object to the front. What's the first rule? Bringing the object to the front. So I am writing it as an apple. And the next word is what is very important. So when you write the next word, you must take the tense of the sentence which is given. What is the sentence given and what is the verb here? Eat. What is its tense? That's present tense. Okay, so eat is in present tense. So we have to go here, we have to go to the street and we have to knock at the present tense door, not at the past tense door. If you are knocking at the past tense door, they will throw shoes and they will throw eggs on you. So you have to go to present tense door and I am knocking at there and there are 3 people and I have to choose, kidnap one of them and put them into this place. Okay, so whom should I choose? You tell me. An apple. Is it singular or plural? An apple. So it's just singular. So definitely the child will not help us. Only the parents can help us because they both are meant for singular nouns and singular pronouns. So an apple. Do we write an apple am? No way. Am is only used for the subject I. Am I right? So an apple is. And then after is what you write is the papa. That is past participle. The third form of the verb. Okay, so the third form of verbs are like eat, ate, eaten. So the papa of eat is eaten. Draw, drew, drawn. So the papa of draw is drawn. Write, wrote, written. So write, the papa of write is written. So here we have eat. So we have to write eaten because that is the papa of eat. And then I have to write the preposition by. And then the subject, as you brought the object to the first, the subject should be brought to the last. So I am bringing the subject to the last and I cannot write it as an apple is eaten by I. Okay, that's something ridiculous. So an apple is eaten by and the pronoun when it comes to that place, it changes into its second form. So it takes the form me. Okay, so what are the second forms you may ask me? I changes into me, he changes into him, she changes into her, it stays as it, you stays as you, we changes into us and they changes into them. Okay, so this is what is about simple present tense. Now let us move on to simple past. So a similar kind of sentence. We ate apples. So what's the second sentence? We ate apples and I have written it in past tense because the verb here is used in the past tense form. Eat, ate, the second form. So we ate apples. So what's the first rule? Yeah, come on, you're right. You have to bring the object to the first. So I have brought it. This is a subject because it's a doer of the action. This is a verb and this is object because what did we eat? Apples. So it answers the question what, so it's an object. So I brought apples to the front and then what should I do? I have to add a verb and that is very important. Go there. There are 2 families. What tense is this? Past tense. So if I knock at here, I will be getting shoes and exit return. So I have to knock at here. And come on. Apples. Apples. So more than one. So it's plural. Am I right? So will was help me or were help me? Will the husband help me or the wife help me? Yeah. So the plural verb only will help me. So I will write where, apples where, and then we have to write the papa. What is the papa of ate? Again it's eaten. And then I have to write the preposition by, and then I have to bring it here. Do you remember what comes? The second form of we. Just now I told you it's us. So apples were eaten by us. Okay, so this is all about simple past. Now, the next tense is a little bit confusing. I'm going to put you all in trouble. Simple future. I will eat an apple. They will eat an apple. So here also the subject is they because they are the doer of the action. Will eat is the verb and an apple is the object. So as usual I have to bring the object to the front. So an apple. And check the tense here. Will eat. Is it present or past? Neither of them. It is future tense. So there is a peculiar pattern for future tense which we can easily memorize. That is will plus be plus papa. What is that? Tell me. Will plus be plus papa. Will plus be plus papa. So I can write it as will plus be. What's a papa of eat? Eaten. Eaten, and then I write the preposition by, and then I bring it here and it changes into the second form. So it is them. Have you all got that? So this is important. Is, am and are. That is the father, am is the mother, are is the child. And then was is the husband, where is the wife. They don't have children. So this is past tense and this is present tense. This is family number 1 and you have to knock it here if the sentence given is in present tense, and if the sentence is in past tense you have to knock at this door and you have to get your jobs done. Also if it's future tense, will plus be plus papa. Will plus be plus papa. So that's it. We have covered the simple present, simple past and simple future. In the next video I will be talking about the conversion of sentences from active to passive, which are in present continuous, past continuous and future continuous. Stay tuned to all of my videos. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so far. Like and share this video to whomever you know. Thank you.